Hi friends, welcome back to the Saffron Box. I'm Yamini Sharma, and today in this video I'll be talking about the month of July 2024. How does it look like? What are the planetary transits? Half the year has gone and July is going to start tomorrow. In the month of July, Sun will be moving out of the sign of Gemini into the sign of Cancer as well. Right, so when Sun enters the sign of Cancer, that's when the Dakshinayan period starts. And for those who do not know, we have two parts of the year. We have Uttarayan and Dakshinayan, right? So when Sun enters the sign of Cancer on Kark Sakranti, that is on 15th of July, that is when the period of Dakshinayan starts. And when Sun enters Capricorn in the month of January, that is when the period of Uttarayan starts, right? So there are two ayans when we look at the movement of the sun as per Vedic Jyotish, right? So this month starts with the Dakshinayan period as well. We also have Saturn becoming retrograde from today, that is 30th June onwards. So Saturn is going to be retrograde till November, and I've already made a video on that. I've talked about the effects of the retrograde Saturn on all the signs, on all the ascendants. You can go check that out as well. We also see Mercury moving to the sign of Leo on the 19th of July. We see Venus going into the sign of Cancer on the 7th July, and then by the last day of the July, that is 31st of July, Venus will also be moving into the sign of Leo. Mars, which has been there in the sign of Aries for quite some time, more than a month, is now going to make its exit out of Aries, its own sign, into the sign of Taurus on the 12th of July, where it will get conjunct with Jupiter. So we know that Jupiter has also moved into the sign of Taurus. So Mars and Jupiter will form a conjunction in the sign of Taurus from 12th of July onwards. Rahu and Ketu are in the signs of Pisces and Virgo, we know that. So this was more or less the transits, the planetary transits, the scene there on the planetary transits. Right, so I'll talk about the effect of all these transits on all the 12 ascendants. Please do remember that I am not talking about your sun sign, I am not talking about your moon sign, I am talking about your ascendants, and I follow Vedic Jyotish, right? So this is something which I always clarify at the beginning of all the videos. Please keep your ascendant or your rising sign or your lagna, or whichever way you understand, please keep that in mind before going through the video. Do not get confused, right? So this is at the very beginning. I always clarify this for all my viewers, for all the subscribers, so that there's no doubt, right? And talking about subscribers and viewers, in case you haven't subscribed till now, do subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Hit the like button if you like the content. Your support means a lot, and it really keeps us motivated in going ahead and making more content, right? So if you are already my subscriber, thanks a lot, and I really hope for your continued support in future as well, right? So talking about all the ascending signs or the ascendants, beginning with Aries. Now, if you look at the sign of Aries, we have Mars, which is the Lagnesh of Aries or the ruler of Aries. Mars will be in the first house in the ascendant till the 12th of July, and from there it will be moving on to the second house and form a conjunction with Jupiter in the second house. Then we also have Sun moving out of your third house, coming to your fourth. Mercury will be moving through the sign of Cancer to Leo. Venus will be coming into the sign of Cancer. So this month there is a lot of focus on the sign of Cancer for you. Sun, Mercury and Venus are going to touch it. Mars is aspecting the sign of Cancer, that is your fourth house, till the 12th of July. Mars and Jupiter are forming a conjunction. So there is a lot of movement in your second house, in your fourth house. Saturn, which is there in your 11th house, is going to become retrograde as well, right? So here I would say a lot of second house matters, as in your finances, your financial condition, your assets, the liquid assets which you have, right? Cash, jewelry, All these things will take up a lot of focus. You may also look at investing in liquid assets, investing in gold, or enhancing your financial condition. So a lot of your focus, lot of your energy will go there. A lot of you may also consult financial experts or wealth management experts or people who help you grow your wealth, to look at your financial future as well. So this is good if you go ahead. Jupiter is also there in the second house. Jupiter is your ninth lord. Jupiter is anyways the advisor in our life, right? So whenever we consult somebody, whenever we take advice from somebody who's a subject matter expert, whether you consult an astrologer, whether you consult a CA or a lawyer or anybody like that, anybody in a consulting or advisory role in your life comes under the realm of Jupiter, represents Jupiter for you. So here Jupiter is in your second house. You may benefit also regarding all your financial matters or your family matters. In case you have any family related issue, you need some counseling, you need some help in your family matters as well, or you need mediation, etc. I think this will be a wonderful time to seek help, right? So, and that will apply to a lot of people, whether it's financial help or any other family matter related help. The second half of the month is when Mars will also be here. So all these things will start fructifying in the second half of the month. Things will get better. Overall, if you see, a lot of you will also focus a lot on your domestic matters, right? So a lot of planets influencing the sign of Cancer as well as the fourth house. So a lot of focus on domestic matters, looking at prospective assets, prospective property issues, etc. So a lot of you will do will get good options as well when it comes to investing in property, etc. So land deals, property matters, or enhancing your house, renovating your house, all these things will also take up a lot of time and energy. Saturn, which is your 10th lord and your 11th lord, will be retrograde in the 11th house. So this is a time to also introspect a bit on your social circle, on your networks. What are you gaining? How much time are you really spending towards your socializing or towards your networks, and what are you finally gaining out of it, right? So are you wasting time? Are you really using the right amount of time wherever it has to be done? So that is something which you need to ponder about, you need to think about. Any material gain which is due towards you and has not come yet, has not fructified till now, may start coming your way. So some gains which you're spending for a very long time, Saturn here will help you in fulfilling your material desires, or any material gains which were pending or left out, or due towards you. This is also a good time to evaluate your relationship with your siblings, with your neighbors, childhood friends. So a lot of touch time with these people, and a lot of revisiting old times, revisiting old memories, and reviving old connections. This is what I see for the sign of Aries. Otherwise, if you look at your health, etc., I think this is a decent month. Whatever you're doing, just take care of your food intake, right? So Mars going to the second house, Jupiter being there could be a tendency of eating a lot of sweet food, right? So if it doesn't suit you, or if you have underlying issues when it comes to extra sweets, or it doesn't suit you, it doesn't go well with your health condition, or you're prone to high sugar, diabetes, etc., be careful about it. Then moving on to the next sign of Taurus. So if you're a Taurus ascendant, Taurus rising, we have Jupiter in your Lagna. Jupiter has moved into the Lagna, into the sign of Taurus, and it's going to be here till the next year. Mars will be joining Jupiter after the 12th of July. And apart from that, there's a lot of movement of Sun. Sun will be moving out of your second house, going to the third house. Mercury will be moving across to the sign of Cancer, from the Cancer sign to Leo. Venus will be also moving to the sign of Cancer, and then Leo, right? So a lot of focus on your third house where the sign of Cancer lies. Saturn is currently retrograde. It becomes retrograde from today, and it's going to be retrograde till the month of November, right? So it's a long period of 4 months where Saturn is going to be retrograde, being your 10th lord, being your yoga karak. Very important planet for you, right? So for Venus ascendants, that is for Taurus and the Libra ascendant, Saturn is a very important planet. And on top of it, if you are undergoing Sarasati, or if you are undergoing Saturn Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha, etc., Saturn becomes really important for you, and it is retrograde in the 10th house. So this is a time to revive the work which you have been doing, revive old projects, bring up all your ideas again. Especially for Taurus ascendant, I've been mentioning this earlier in my videos also. It's been a rough period for Taurus ascendant for some time. Now Saturn is retrograde in the 10th house itself. So this is a good time to bring up all those ideas, bring up all those things, put them into action, whatever you've been thinking about. So Saturn is going to help you here. And if you really mean good, if you really mean well, you may find success in whatever venture you are involved in, right? So that is something which is really good. Work wise, I see a really good period for Taurus. You may get recognized for the kind of work which you do. Your seniors at work could recognize the kind of efforts which you put in. Good atmosphere at work, good environment at work can come through, which will enable you to perform better, right? So good impact here, for the Taurus ascendant. Sun is moving into your third house along with Mercury, and Venus is also going to be around. So this is a period to take new initiatives, right? So for Taurus ascendant especially, this is a month of focus on a lot of work, right? So your work, your profession, new initiatives there will help you. This is a time to shed out any inhibitions, any doubts, any self-doubts, and move with confidence, right? So Sun here is going to help you out doing that. If you are in a creative field, or if you are in a field related to children, kids, if you are involved with school, children's products, etc., this will also be a good month. It will bring you good, results. Good time to do your financial planning as well. So a lot of focus is going to be on finances, and good time to sit down and chalk out your financial planning, chalk out the way you're going to be, carrying out your financial ventures in the future, right? Also, this is a time to seek cooperation from your spouse or your partner. So whether you're involved in a partnership business, you're dealing with a partner on a daily basis, or your spouse, this is a time to take everybody together, collaborate, and then move, right? So overall, I would say a good month for Taurus. Work-wise, finances, etc. will also be good. A lot of Taurus ascendant people will also find opportunities to travel. So foreign travel is also on the cards. The 7th lord and the 12th lord, that is Mars, is coming to the Lagna. So the second half can also bring you a lot of opportunity for foreign travel or travel away from home, etc. Then moving on to the sign of Gemini. So if you are a Gemini ascendant, we see Sun in your Lagna for the first half of the month, and then Sun will be moving into the second house, that is Cancer. Mercury will also be moving out into the sign of Leo. Venus will also move along with Sun to the sign of Cancer, and then later on to Leo. So a lot of movement here, a lot of focus on the second house for you. Apart from that, there's Mars was there in your 11th house for a long time, and Mars is also going to join Jupiter in the 12th house. So a lot of focus on income, a lot of focus on inflow of money and outflow also. So I would say this will be a period where you will be busy earning and spending. So earning and spending both will be in tandem. So the more you earn, you're going to be spending more, right? Especially the second half when Mars moves into the sign of Taurus, right? So Mars and Jupiter will come together. lot of opportunity for travel. So there could be expenses on travel for you, or you and your spouse are moving out together, so it could be a family trip. So a lot of expenses on travel is what I see. A lot of focus on your siblings, your family, your relationships, how you communicate your ideas within your family, how you talk to them. Are there issues pending in the family which are to be resolved, right? So there could be property issues, there could be anything. There are so many issues, there are so many things which are there to deal with while, you know, when you're in a family together. So a lot of such issues will come up. You'll have to deal with all these issues. Make sure that you're communicating your mind properly. You are communicating, you know, in the right manner, not getting aggressive, right? So that is very important. Now, as far as the Mars and Jupiter conjunction in the 12th is concerned, for a lot of people, this could also mean expenses on health issues, right? So hospitalization, health issues, or sudden injuries, or, you know, these kind of things can also come up. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. If you have any chronic health issues, you are getting treated, you are seeking medical advice properly, and not ignoring your health issues, right? Real estate transactions can also happen for a lot of people this month. So that was about Gemini. Moving on to the next sign of Cancer. So for the Cancer ascendant, this month we see the entry of Sun. So Sun moves out of the sign of Gemini from the 12th house and enters the first house, that is Cancer. Mercury also, you know, comes to from Cancer, it moves to Leo. Venus will be entering the sign of Cancer and then moving on to the sign of Leo on the 31st of July. So a lot of focus here. Sun makes entry. Sun is your second lord. Venus is also impacting the sign of Cancer. We also have Mars moving out of your 10th house. Mars is a Yogakara Graha for you. And Mars moves out of the 10th house into the 11th house and gets conjunct with Jupiter, right? So that is again an important thing. This month, you've got to take people together, right? Take people together, collaborate well, work in tandem with people. So whatever you do, try to be a group worker. Try to get along with with, you know, your fellow workers or people around you. Listen to other people. It is very important for the Cancer ascendant, rather than just going on with what you have to say or imposing your point of view on others, right? So listen to people, plan ahead, and, you know, work in tandem. This will also be a good month to plan about your financial investments. Mercury will be impacting the sign of Leo. Venus will also be entering into the sign of Leo, which is your second house. So here, all these Mercury and Venus together bring a lot of focus on the financial matters as well, right? So by the second half or the end of the month, a lot of focus on financial issues, on investments, on family finances. If you're in a joint family, how you're going to be handling finances. So all these things will come up. Those of you who are looking at alliances, getting married, trying to get married, this will be a good time. You could come across alliances, you know, things could move positively in this direction towards matchmaking, etc. You could meet somebody interesting. Also, those of you who are married, right? Those of you who are already married, you know, Saturn is there in your 8th house in the sign of Aquarius, becoming retrograde also from today. That is the 30th of June. So take care of your relationship with your in-laws. So your spouse's family, your in-laws, you know, there could be issues which come up. There could be old issues which get raked up, and, you know, your peace of mind gets disturbed. So better is to ignore things up to a certain level and then carry on, right? So Saturn here, sitting here in the 8th house, while it is here, may cause some trouble with your in-laws, etc. Or when it comes to assets of your or money of your spouse, some money troubles with your spouse can also come up. There could be disagreements there, etc. So better is to keep still and let things pass, right? Especially when it comes to relationship issues. So that is something which I would really advise you on to, you know, be cautious about. Work wise, this is a good month till the time, till now, whatever effort you were putting in, I think this is a great time to reap the rewards. Mars is also being your yoga karak is moving into the 11th house. So till now, whatever you were doing, whatever hard work you're putting in, Mars is going to now reward you for it as well, right? So Mars Jupiter conjunction in the 11th house is good. This is going to be a good conjunction for the Cancer ascendant, right? So enjoy while this conjunction lasts. The rewards, the the fruits of your labor are going to start fructifying, start coming in, and enjoy the same, right? Then moving on to the next sign of Leo. So if you're a Leo ascendant, Sun, that is your Lagnesh, is going to be moving out of your 11th house into the 12th house. Mercury and Venus will also be moving across, making the transit from Cancer to Leo, etc. Saturn is aspecting your Lagna. Now Saturn is going to be here in the sign of Aquarius, and from today it is becoming retrograde as well. So Saturn retrograde is aspecting the Lagna for about a period of 4+ months. We have Mars. Mars was in the sign, or Mars is going to be in the sign of Aries in the 9th house till the 12th of July, and thereafter Mars will move out to the 10th house and get conjunct with Jupiter. Remember, in the 10th house you have your 5th lord, that is Jupiter, auspicious planet for you, and the 9th lord, that is Mars, again auspicious Yogakara Graha for you in the 10th house. A very good conjunction in the 10th house, I would say. When these two positive planets, benefics for you, when they come into the Kendra Bhav, that is the Dasham Bhav, a lot of positive things happen. You're able to sort out your thoughts, you're able to sort out your vision, understand what you're going to do, plan ahead, right? 10th house is the way you work, it's your karm sthan. So you'll be able to chalk out a plan for yourself, envision things properly, and move ahead. So you may get good guidance, you may get a good environment at work, you may get the support of your family members, of your mother especially, of your father. So with a lot of support you can move ahead. This is a very positive time from the 12th of July onwards for the Leo ascendant to actually put things into action, right? Whatever good you want to do, all the good karma you want to generate right now, please do it. Do positive things, keep your thinking positive, and these planets here are going to help you be positive and move ahead in a constructive manner, right? So very good. This Guru Mangal Yoga in the 10th house is going to do you good. Apart from that, a lot of work will take focus. So rather than your domestic life, this month a lot of work issues will be there. They'll take your energy, they'll take your time, but it'll all be in a positive manner, right? So support from work, work colleagues, support from superiors, support from your bosses, all that you will get to see. Or if you have any issues which are yet to be resolved, they're pending issues, or there are things which you need to resolve at work, things will start resolving themselves, right? For some people, it may also mean a change of job, a change of location. Some may also relocate. But work-wise, whatever movement will come or whatever changes will come will be for the positive, depending on if your dasha is also positive, right? So if your dasha is also supporting, if your natal chart is also supporting, then this conjunction of Jupiter and Mars together in the 10th house is going to bring very positive results, right? Apart from that, a lot of people will also see property deals happening. So if you're looking at acquiring land, if you're looking at acquiring a new house, a new apartment, etc., this may be the time where you get a good opportunity or a good deal as well. All while all this is good, Saturn in the 7th house, retrograde, and going to be here for a long time, sitting strong as well. This can create some issues in your marriage. So old issues, old fights, old problems in the marriage can come up. Your partner may seem a little grumpy to you for some time, right? So your partner may rake up old issues and pick up things to fight about. So this is a time to handle everything very calmly. Work wise, you're much better. Handle your spouse also very calmly. There are a lot of issues which keep coming and going in your marriage, in anybody's marriage for that matter, right? So it's a time to remain calm and handle things properly, right? If you let go and get angry, deal with, let anger get the better of you, then there'll be long, periods of disagreement or fights, etc. So do not let that happen. Sort out things with a cool mind. Those of you who have any issues related to acidity or joint related pain, etc., need to be very careful during this month. Then moving on to the next sign of Virgo. So if you're a Virgo ascendant, we have Ketu in the first house for you. Rahu is in the 7th house, and they're going to be here till next year. The Ketu Rahu axis is going to be on the 1st and the 7th house. We also have Saturn becoming retrograde in your 6th house. Not a very great sign. Need to take care of your health issues, your daily routine. Make sure that you're not eating anything which is not good for you, not good for your health. Take care of your health first of all. Secondly, we also have Mars moving out of the 8th house, which is going to bring a lot of relief for the Virgo ascendant, right? So Virgo ascendant is again, they are again a group of people who have been having a lot of suffering at a mental and emotional level also, right? Hidden suffering, something which you can't really express to everybody. So here with Mars, the 8th lord, which was sitting very strongly in the 8th house itself, when it moves out, goes to the 9th house, there'll be a lot of relief for the Virgo ascendant. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself, and these changes will be welcome, right? So Mars will move out on the 12th of July. Some changes will happen. Some old issues which were there pending for a long time. It could be issues related to in-laws. It could be issues related to inheritance. These issues will start getting cleared, or these issues will start getting sorted out, right? So be a little patient and wait for the right time. A lot of movement will also happen for the Virgo ascendant. So a lot of travel, movement, a lot of instability. So for those of you who are at work, where your work also requires a lot of travel, this is going to be a very active month in terms of travel. So, and sometimes the travel could be a little inconvenient also. So you may miss something very important at home, or you may not have a very fruitful travel, but travels may happen, a lot of movement may happen. Material gains otherwise are pretty good for the Virgo ascendant. Money wise, the situation is good. Health wise, any old problems which you have, which you've been ignoring, now this is the time to really take serious care of your health, right? Then moving ahead with the Libra ascendant. So if you're a Libra ascendant, this month we see the Lagnesh, that is Venus, moving out of the sign of Gemini, moving to Cancer, and then moving to the sign of Leo, right? The 10th house, that is the sign of Cancer, will see the entry of Sun, Mercury, Venus. So a lot of focus is going to be there on the 10th house. Mars, which is the Marka planet for you, it is the 2nd lord and the 7th lord. So second, whichever the 2nd lord in any horoscope and the 7th lord are the Marka planets, right? So here Mars being the Marka planet, being a malefic for you, is coming to the 8th house, which is not good, right? So I don't mean to scare you, but the Marka Graha making a connection with the 8th house is not good. You need to take care of your health. Make sure that you are eating well, you are not doing anything unwanted, consuming the wrong kind of things, wrong kind of food and drinks which can hamper your health. You should really take care of that. Do not get into any kind of road rage. When Mars comes here, usually people get very impulsive with things. They lose temper, they get angry, they pick up fights on the road, or they get into road rage, etc. So be very cautious there. Be careful while handling any kind of electrical devices. So currents, shocks, cuts, injuries, all these things can happen when Mars comes into the 8th house. So this is something which you really need to take care of. Otherwise, Mars and Jupiter here together are going to bring in unexpected results. So they may be good, they may be bad, but unexpected results, unexpected things will happen. Need to be prepared for that. So whatever, whenever we do any work, we always list out the possibilities, right? What is the best possibility? What is the possibility we generally envisage, and what is the worst possible? So unexpected results covering the entire spectrum can come up. So be prepared for that, be mentally prepared for that. Avoid any conflict with authorities or bosses, superiors, right? So do not get impulsive, do not act at the spur of the moment. Be patient. This is a period to check your patience, right? So don't get into any conflict over there. A lot of work is anyways going to come your way, a lot of focus on work, on new projects. Change in the style of work. So your boss may your boss may change, or your organization may change. Some people may also be shifting jobs. So a lot of changes are there at work which you need to adjust with. So this is a month to be careful, move carefully for the Libra ascendant. Make sure that you are handling your spouse also pretty well. Mars, the 7th lord in the 8th house, is not a good indication for relationships also. So if you're already in a bad relationship, in an unhappy marriage, things can get really bad. You need to see what you really want to do. This is a real time to ponder over your relationships as well. Then moving on to the next sign of Scorpio. So if you're a Scorpio ascendant, Mars, which is your Lagnesh, the ruler of your sign of Scorpio, is going to be moving out of the 6th house into the 7th house and getting conjunct with Jupiter on the 12th of July. We also have Saturn becoming retrograde in the 4th house. We see a lot of movement of Sun moving out of your 8th house, coming to your 9th house. Mercury and Venus are also going to brush past the sign of Cancer, the 9th house. So a lot of movement there in the sign of Cancer. And the Lagnesh changing signs, again, this is an important transit. So here I would say a lot of attention or a lot of focus will go towards handling relationships, right? It could be building new relationships. So if you're looking at getting married, this is a time you may get some positive movement can happen towards that. Some match making can happen, somebody interesting you can meet. For a lot of people, you may also meet someone interesting, someone from a very different culture, right? So new people, new romantic interests can also come up. Those of you who are about to get married, planning when to get married, this may also bring in some good news, right? So 7th house affairs are quite highlighted, right? And apart from that, if you're already married, then here a lot of focus on your spouse. Spend time with your spouse. Sit down with your spouse, pay them proper attention, spend quality time. That is very much required, and do it while Jupiter is also here. So Jupiter being your 2nd and the 5th lord, sitting in the 7th house, can help you out in mending relationships or making progress in your relationships, making things better. So my serious advice to you, to the Scorpio ascendant, is to focus on your relationship, right? So do that, whatever it takes. Apart from that, those of you who are looking at cracking competitions, looking at admission, the admission season is on. This will bring in a lot of activity, a lot of travel, a lot of expenditure also. And those looking at education, learning opportunities, or moving away from home will also see a lot of positive results, right? So this month is full of action for the Scorpio ascendant. Apart from this, when it comes to the work environment or your professional environment, this is a time to be a little cautious regarding your speech, regarding your communication. Avoid any gossip mongering, avoid any loose talk at work with anybody, right? So you may not know who's working against you, right? So avoid any such situation at work as well, right? So that was about the Scorpio ascendant. Moving on to the next ascendant of Sagittarius. So if you're a Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter is in the sixth house. Jupiter moved into the sixth house 2 months back. This month we also see Mars, which is your fifth lord, coming to the sixth house, and a lot of planets crossing through the eighth house, that is a sign of Cancer. So Sun is getting entry into the eighth house by the middle of the month. Then Mercury and Venus will also be passing through the sign of Cancer. So this period, I would say, is a, it's a month, or rather it's the beginning of a period to take care of your health. You should take care of your health, take care of your diet, take care of your exercise regime, fitness regime, what you eat, how you exercise, any old issues, any old health problems if you have, be very regular on your medical checkups, on your blood tests, all these marker tests, etc., which you do. Take care of your health. This is the period to focus on your health. Anyways, while Jupiter is here in the sixth house, and this month Mars is also coming into the sixth house. So here the focus is going to be on your health, right? If you are in a legal problem or legal issues you're dealing with, then also this is a time to take care. Your opponent may get very active, so be very cautious. Go ahead with legal advice, double check your documents, whatever you're submitting, whatever you're doing. This is a time to be careful, right? But you'll get good advice here. Jupiter here sitting here really helps you on that. This is also a month where you'll spend a lot of time and energy, efforts on your kids, right? So if you have kids, this will be a very active month. So you'll be very busy with them, settling them, spending time on their education, on their learning, spending time with them, right? So kids will demand a lot of time and attention from you. Apart from that, when it comes to work, a lot of travel can happen, right? So those of you who are working professionals, or even if you have a business of your own, or whether you're employed, doesn't matter whether you're employed or you are in your own work, there'll be a lot of travel, there'll be a lot of movement and a lot of expenditure on movement, right? So be prepared for that as well. Those of you who are in the field of R&D, oil and gas, astrology for that matter, will stand to gain this month. There are a lot of planets in the 8th house, right? So a lot of focus will be there. You get to spend a lot of time here and benefit from it as well, right? That was about the Sagittarius ascendant. Moving on to the next ascendant of Capricorn. So if you're a Capricorn ascendant, your Lagnesh, that is Saturn, is becoming retrograde in the second house, right, in the sign of Aquarius, in its own sign, on the 30th of June. So I've already made a video on that. In case you need to go and check it out, I've put a link in the description section also, right? So this month your focus, this month or for the coming few months, your focus is going to be on your finances, on your family. How are you going to grow money, right? So on your money, a lot of decisions will be based on your money. A lot of your decisions will be based on your financial situation, right? So this is a very active period when it comes to money, wealth building, family money, planning for how your expenditure is going to be in the future. So all these things are going to take up a lot of time. Pay attention on your health. If you have any chronic problems, if you have any problems related to bones and joints, etc., right? So bones, joints, teeth, all these issues will also come up, and you need to take care of your health there. A lot of people will also sign up new contracts. So if you're on your business, if your work involves collaborating with a lot of people, this will be a very active period where you'll sign up a lot of new contracts, new agreements, meet new people, right? So a time period of forging new relationships, coming across a lot of new people and new experiences also, right? So be mentally prepared for it and be mentally open to a lot of new possibilities, that is something which I would really advise the Capricorn ascendant. Do not be stuck with whatever idea you have in your head. Be open to whatever can come through, right? So whatever opportunity, whatever options come to you, take them with an open mind, right? So you'll be able to benefit better. Then Mars is moving out of your fourth house into the fifth house, right? So Mars and Jupiter will get conjunct in the fifth house. Jupiter is again a malefic planet for you, being the third lord and the 12th lord. So Jupiter here and Mars is also going to be here. This may bring a lot of instability, right? Movement. You may get to travel a lot. You may not be able to enjoy the environment at home. So a lot of to and fro, a lot of movement, which doesn't let you settle at home, which doesn't let you be at peace at home, right? So a lot of movement is anyways there. Some people may also look at sale and purchase of properties. So again, keep an eye out if it qualifies for you, if you're looking at options of investment in land and property, real estate, etc. This could be an active month for you, or you may actively look out for a lot of opportunities and take them up accordingly. Then moving to the next sign of Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius ascendant, your Lagnesh, that is Saturn, is becoming retrograde on the 30th of June, and it is going to be retrograde for a period of more than 4 months, right? So Saturn being the Lagnesh becoming retrograde in the Lagna itself. Then we have Mars moving out of the third house, coming to the fourth house, getting conjunct with Jupiter. The sign of Cancer, which falls in the sixth house, also sees this entry of Sun, Mercury, as well as Venus. So a lot of focus on the fourth house as well as the sixth house for you, right? A lot of movement of planets and new conjunctions getting formed up as well. So here I would say a lot of focus first of all is going to be on your own plans, what you're going to do in the future, how are you planning things ahead with respect to your finances, with respect to your property matters, etc. is going to be the focus, right? You may take up new initiatives when it comes to your work also. So Mars is coming here, Mars is getting conjunct with Jupiter. A lot of work related decisions will come up, right? Some of you, if your dasha, antardasha, if your natal chart is supporting you, may also get new opportunities at work, right? So it could be a new promotion, it could be a new job or a new role. So be prepared for that as well. So new initiatives, new effort at work is what I see for you, definitely. This is also a period to take care of your health, right? So when there are so many planets which are impacting the sign of Cancer, that too in the sixth house, then it is a period to take care of your health matter closed, right? So take care of your health, especially if you have problems related to digestion, right? Digestion or health issues, etc. Sun is coming here, so, and Sun is coming into a watery sign as well. So be very careful about what you're eating, take care of your digestion. Retrograde Saturn in the Lagna is anyways not very good for the health matters as well, right? So I would say that for the Aquarius ascendant, first of all, take care of your health, then everything will come in later, right? And this is also a time to sit and plan ahead with your spouse regarding your financial matters. So Mercury is also going to be there in the sign of Leo. A lot of matters, a lot of communication will happen with your spouse. You can sit down together and plan your future ahead, right? So quality time with your spouse is required. In case you're married, in case you're not, this will also be a time to meet new people, exchange new ideas. A lot of communication with new contacts is going to be there on the cards. Then next, ascendant of Pisces. So if you're a Pisces ascendant, we see Rahu anyways in your Lagna for quite some time now. So Rahu is there in your Lagna, Ketu is there in your 6th house. Saturn is going to become retrograde in your 12th house in its own sign of Aquarius. And then we'll have Mars, which was there in the 2nd house for quite some time and creating a lot of issues for Pisces ascendant, which I've been seeing in my consultations. Mars is going to be moving out from the second house into the third house, right? So be careful. While Mars does this movement, you know, you need to be very careful about how you're speaking to others. So sometimes you may come across as very aggressive in your speech, right? So this you need to taper down. This is something which you need to taper down. This is not going to serve you well, right? So by the second half, that is, you know, almost the 12th of July, when Mars moves out, till then you definitely need to take care of this. And after that as well, you know, Mars comes to the third house. Third house is also the house of communication, and you know, communicating at a bigger level, social media, and you know, where you put out your thoughts and people can see. So be very careful about how you're handling your communication, choice of words, not losing your temper on things, not getting irritated on matters which are very irrelevant. You know, sometimes very small issues can make you get irritated. So you need to avoid such situations, right? This is also a time for journeys related to work, for a lot of travel, for pleasure, for work, for entertainment. This is going to be a month of action for the Pisces ascendant, right? Apart from that, we also see Sun moving out of the sign of Gemini into the sign of Cancer, which is your fifth house. Mercury and Venus will also touch the sign of Cancer and then move on to Leo. A lot of focus on children, a lot of focus on you know, your time and focus on children will be required. They'll demand your time and attention. If you're somebody who's in a creative field, then this will be a good period for you. You'll be able to express your thoughts better. You'll be expressing your ideas in a much better manner, in a much commercially viable manner, right? So take advantage of that. Make sure that you're using this time properly. Health wise, this is a decent period for the Pisces ascendant, but take care of your communication, and make sure that whatever you're communicating is going through in the right way, right? So that is my advice to the Pisces ascendant for this month. Work wise also, things seem to be pretty normal, right? So that was all about the Pisces ascendant and all the 12 signs. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Till then, take care, and if you like the video, do give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, do remember to subscribe. Thank you so much.